Just in some Balsarol, thinking about the open house today and how we had neighbors stop by, give us kind of the lay of the land, which I completely appreciated. And it got me to thinking about how fortunate I've been throughout my life to have just amazing neighbors. It started for me when I was in my parents' house as a teenager, Troy and Katie Benham. And they were just amazing. And 40 years later, they're still like family to us and to my parents. And I took that mindset to when I moved into our first house down in Checkdown. I remember mowing the lawn, 10:30 in the morning, Sunday morning. Here comes Dan Colbert and Johnny Hanson telling me it's time to neighbor up. Well, I didn't know what neighbor up was, but 4 beers later, I'm in the kitchen telling my wife, I think we're going to love this neighborhood. They're Bears fans too, which made it even better. So started a long tradition of us watching the Bears games together, chili on Halloween, and then Gino and Lori move in. Their family moved in behind us, and some of my favorite times ever were Wednesdays before Thanksgiving. Gino would bake pies and I get to taste test them. And yes, I was a great taste tester. This dude went to culinary school not to be a chef, just to be able to cook better. That's it. And I benefited from that. His crab bisque is still legendary to this day. Trish and Chuck Charm, they move in. We neighbor up. So many great parties together, so many times. Like we had young kids, so we couldn't go far, but we could always go to the neighbor's house. So first thing I did when I moved into this house that we're in now, the porch with Rollo and the kitties, first thing I did is went and introduced myself to neighbors on both sides. We've got Charles and Yumi, great people, Bob and Deb next door. And Deb still cooks like she has an army at her house, but she doesn't. It's just her and Bob. So she brings me over enchiladas, lasagnas. She makes my son jalapeno poppers because she's just a wonderful human being and a great neighbor. Now, I'm not very mechanically inclined, but Bob is. He has a great snow thrower. He's elderly. He can't do it anymore. So I struck up a deal with him. I use their snow thrower. I do both of our driveways and half the neighbors too. He doesn't have to snow blow. I do it for him and it just works. I say often, if you want to fix America, start by being a good neighbor. So when you move in, introduce yourself to your neighbors. There's a saying that you can't choose your family or your neighbors, but guess what? You can choose to be a good neighbor. So get out there and neighbor up. Just some thoughts from Kyle Steele, licensed realtor in the great state of Iowa with Pinnacle Realty. Get out there, neighbor up. Gonna hit this boulder Rollo. Peace.